So now how we are going to manage this diversification. So it is very important to find out, as the corporate is going to handle so many businesses. So each businesses are not moving in the same way. So there are some business which is doing very good performance in the market. There may be some business that is not performing as an expected way. So marketers need to find out that how much they should engage and invest for which pattern of business. That one is known as portfolio management technique. And in case of portfolio management technique, the most popular technique that is used is the BCG matrix. The Boston Consulting Group, they develop a matrix through which the company can make the comparison among its own different businesses. And this is going to help us to understand the business, where to invest, how much engagement should do, which one we should stop to operate, these kinds of major decisions. So BCG matrix is formulated from two parameters. One is growth rate, another one is market share. So what is the meaning of growth rate? It means that how rapidly the business is expanding its operation. So what's the scope in the market and how I'm grabbing that scope to expand my business? That is growth rate. And what about market share? So there are some competitors who are operating in the market. By comparing the customer share with my competitors, how much share I have in the market. That one is market share. So there are the four basic pattern of BCG matrix, that is four basic grid for BCG matrix. First one is dogs, then cash cows, then question marks and stars. In case of dog, it has a very small market share and no growth prospect. In case of cash cow, even though it has not that much growth prospect, but it is holding a strong or large market share. The question marks holding a small market share, even though there is a huge chance for growth, whereas star is growing and increasing in market share significantly. So here is the grid where the x-axis is going to indicate the market growth and y-axis is going to indicate the market share. There is two parameter, high and low. So first of all, consider the star. As I mentioned earlier, that star has high growth and so has high market share. So this grid is also interact with product life cycle. So we matched it with product life cycle to understand or go with more specific goals or targets or strategies. So star is going to be compared with growth stage. It is considered that the business is growing very rapidly and huge acceptance as the market share is high. That situation is considered as stars, that is celebrity in the market. So in case of star, as it is growing very rapidly and the demand is really high, so as the market share, huge investment is required here. So the business who is under growth stage, it requires huge investment. Whereas in the just below there is cash cow. Cash cow don't show any growth prospect, but it has a very good market share. So we considered it as a mature stage, with the comparison of product life cycle. When a business is in a mature stage, then there is a low scope for growth, but it is already in peak position based on the acceptance and market share. So that one is known as cash cow. The important thing is the organization here gets some stability to do their business, and so as the market share is will be the market share will be in a stable condition, so as the profit. So cash cow is going to generate a stable profit, and as there is no growth opportunity, so the investment is low in cash cow. So what about we are going to handle the profit? So here we are investing the profit of cash cow for stars, as stars require more investment as it has a more growth opportunity. So we need more investment, and cash cow is going to generate a moderate amount of profit. So here we are going to invest that profit in stars. Then move on the left side grids, right side grids, that is question mark and dog. First of all, question mark. So question mark indicates there is a question. So here the business has the growth opportunity, or it is growing, but the market share is not growing in that way. So while we are expanding the business, we expect that market share will also increase, but the business in the question marks, they don't have that amount of increase in market share. So there must be some problem either in their business strategy or in their offerings. So here marketers have to find out where is the problem. That is why it is considered as problem child. So if we can identify the problem of this problem child, then we can come up with the solution. And if we come up with the solution, then we can directly move in stars with the high acceptance as a rise in market share. And finally, dogs. Dog means low market growth, so as low market share. So the business may be in declining condition or fail to survive. That's why they have to wrap up their business. So that is the overall discussion of BCG matrix. So I'm going to show you one example. So this is the example of Nestle, and based on their market research, they found that Nescafe is in star condition. It is growing so fast and also increasing its market share, whereas Maggi is in a stable condition, so as in matured condition and considered as cash cow. About KitKat, they have some confusion because they are expanding their business, but the market share is not increasing as it is expected. So they are now investigating how they can improve the performance of this brand. Whereas Milky Bar is not accepted in that way, also cannot expand their business as they thought. So it is in dog stage. So I hope you may get a clear idea about BCG matrix, and here we are going to close the discussion on chapter 8. Thank you everyone.